Once again, my name is Rayn. I'm the founder of Forex 100. So if you have been trading, this month can be quite a rough month. Right now it's mid-month really. I know what you're thinking there. Is your strategy still working? Is everything still good? Typically October is a challenging one, that's for sure. It's like you are opening up a huge safe box to get a lot of money out. So the security is checking if you're worthy of that big sum of money, something like that. If you see it that way, it's better. Just be consistent, and it's important to know your statistics, like what is your accuracy rate, if you have a losing streak, when you will have your winning one, that's when the accuracy kick in. Alright, so if you know that you have a certain level of accuracy, then you shouldn't be worried too much, because yes, the market does change. The market does change, but it doesn't change like overnight. And usually October is very, very trendy, so I love to stretch my target for October. Of course, right now this month is kind of interesting because you have the Brexit deal with the UK thing and the Euro thing going on, Queen's speech end of the month and stuff like that. So the volatile pairs is definitely the pound, but the money is in the pound as well. So this is where I love to use something that I rarely use, that is where the money is where the risks are right now for the month of October. But of course, if you are not a risk taker, you can choose to avoid all pound, Australia and Euro related pair. So why Australia? Because of the US-China trade war. It does affect the Australia currency movement for a bit. So personally, I have a rough start for this month. Pretty unexpected, because I have a good run in August, and usually I have good month in August, good run in August. October will be fantastic. So having with all my stats in August and how I trade and stuff like that, pretty much I believe the next few trades will be very, very profitable. With that said, my subscriber for trade ideas, please do not increase your contract size, because I'm trading the same size throughout. So take note of that. I only reset my equity and calculation at the start of the month. Alright, so that's to take note. So let's say if the month of October became a losing month, November I'll start all over again with a new equity and I'll trade as per normal. A bit of grinding, that's for sure. If I hit losing month, it'll take about, if fast, a month, if not 2 or 3 to recover and get some profit from that, and that's alright for me. So it's important to manage your risk well. Hi Aaron. It's very important to manage your risk well, so that during drawdown months it's not affecting you and you will miss the next profitable trade that will cause you to be more angry. Alright, so let's get into business. Thank you first of all to come in live session 4 hours earlier, because later in the evening I have a workshop I love to attend. I'm not the speaker but the attendees. Alright, not forex related, not trading related. Alright, so euro dollar on the daily chart, you can see it's a bearish movement. Right now it moved into the resistance area. No doubt you see a bullish run right now, but overall analysis on euro dollar is still bearish. Not saying you can't buy. If you choose to buy, you're counter trend trading. On the 4 hour chart, let's have a look over here. 4 hour chart, this was the previous high, broke new low, high, broke new low. So market has break the previous high 1 time, 2 time. So on 4 hour chart right now is on a bullish setup, and of course the 1 hour definitely a bullish setup. Alright, but a slightly weaker one because it break and close below the support line over here. Alright, so let me share with you my analysis. Still unchanged, a bearish shark pattern completing a much higher price, 1.1474. For a shorting opportunity, the channel has broken. So yes, counter trend or trend reversal trader, you can look for a shorting opportunity. So for traders over here, if you are familiar with shark pattern, it's a tricky setup. Alright, so of course right now the shark is completing at 1.1061. There are up to 3 potential entry zone. So if you're not trained by us, I would highly recommend you not to trade sharp. So over here is a 5-0 pattern, typical reversal point. So I'm waiting for market to head down, and I'll see and observe how the market responds over here. If it does show magic candle, thank you for the like. If it show the magic candle, I will exit my second target, which is typically lower, and I'll head in for a reversal for buying opportunity. Alright, now not yet. Alright, to the 1 hour chart. Interestingly, you see over here this dotted line is my alert line, and this is the same level that there is a 1 hour chart bullish back pattern setup at 1.0979. So waiting for a buying opportunity over here after it retests. So right now nothing for me, but if the market came back down, this will be the level I'm looking for buying. And when market typically move this way, oh, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up, it's very important for traders to remember that do not rush in for this trade, because remember what happened when you enter a trade that is not planned. You can get pretty burned. Alright, so I'll just don't do anything right now. Once the market come closer, I'll reanalyze if this setup still stands. Look like a bull flag to me, but I'm not going to do anything right now. Alright, all good. Interestingly, we have more participants at this timing. Maybe I should start to do live session at 2 p.m. I don't know. Let me observe for a while. If a couple of weeks I do at 2 p.m. I have better audience rates. Like now I got already like 10. I may change the live session. It will be on Wednesday still, but earlier timing. So let me know if this suits you better than 4 hours later, depending on your time zone. Alright. So to the next pair, pound dollar. So if we do an analysis now, is a pre-London session analysis. If we do at 4 hours later, it's a pre-US analysis. Let me know what you prefer. Not sure how can I create a poll over here, but just you guys should know me quite well. Drop me a message, a private message, or even if you don't know me, it's fine. Just drop me a message, tell me, do you prefer the current timing or you prefer 4 hours later, which that's what I usually do. Alright, so that's euro dollar, pound dollar on the daily chart, very strong rally upwards. So it's right now, let's have a look. The first break of the high over here. So overall trend still bearish for pound dollar until a retracement and a break of a new high. I will still read it as a bearish move. However, on the 4 hour chart, it has already shown a bullish run to the 1 hour. Back to daily chart, and let me share with you my analysis. So let me just hide this first. Alright, so did analysis in the morning. So for friends who meet me in the morning, you wonder why I'm late. This is the reason. Lots of setup. And I have to post it to my subscriber, yeah. So pound dollar on the daily chart, there is a bearish butterfly at a much higher price, 1.3017. Butterfly is one of my favorite pattern because it gives very good reward is to risk. The only thing is that it breaks the X structure. So if you break the X structure, X can act as a resistance in this case. But if you break and close above, I'll rely on the previous resistance. Aggressive move, take note because of the Brexit deal. For our chart, this is what I'm looking at. So a note of caution, yesterday I was speaking to a fellow analyst. So when she saw that I have a analysis looking to buy a much lower price, her plan is to short. Of course, it's not this pair, it's other pair that we're talking about. But take note that this pattern will only be a bullish sharp only if it reach price D, the point D. If it doesn't, it's not even a sharp pattern. So take note of that. Unless you have a strategy to engage for a short. If you're looking for a double top just to short it, I feel it's a bit loose. To me, double top is a common setup. Every trend continuation at one point, it was a double top. Look at this. Market went up, came down, went back up, double top. Alright? Double top with RSI divergence. Convincing. And market went higher. Alright? How do you explain that? Okay? So of course, right now on the high side, you say, oh, this is not a double top. Then I'll ask you to list out your rules of double top. And usually most traders will take this as a double top formation. Alright, take note of that. I will need other filters other than just plainly double top to engage for a short trade. Alright, that's that. That's pound dollar. So I am looking for a higher price, 3017 to sell. Even if it's bullish up, I believe it can take some relief, at least to my first target. That's what I need. And I can write on my second target. So if the market crash down somehow, which I prefer, I'll head in for a buying opportunity, and that's when I have to start to ask myself, am I going in to shoot my second target to the further level? Alright, so this requires some thought process and not just some guessing game. So take note of that, very important. All good. Next pair, dollar yen. So just before we go further, the currency I cover will be all the way from euro dollar all the way to pound Australia. 3 time frame, okay, top to bottom for currency pair. Time frame daily to 1 hour twice. The first time I'll do it without any analysis. You run through it mainly to spot bullish, bearish, and support resistance. Naked chart reading. That's what I do best. Then after that, I'll share with you my analysis, which I did early in the morning. Alright, and see how it works. Alright, because when there's graph on the chart, a lot of you will just focus on that. Okay, daily chart, bearish movement. Market retraces back into the resistance zone. To the 4 hour chart. On the 4 hour chart, what happened is you see a sideways increased volatility, one of the pattern of my least favorite. With this kind of pattern formation, the only thing I'm looking for is a sharp pattern formation. If there isn't a sharp pattern formation or something I'm familiar with, I will not trade this. It looked like a loud hailer, and in English we have a saying, empty vessel make the loudest noise. So it will show that the market is much noisier. I don't want to get into a trading with a non-repeatable pattern and stuff like that. To the 1 hour chart, this is what I have. Market came down, went up, came down. Alright, but this is a interesting point because yes, you can really as retest of support looking for buy. You can really as double top waiting for it to happen to sell. You can really add a potential bullish flag pattern. So this is when it confuses traders because right now the pattern is still firming up. So what I will typically do, hi Danny, well, how I typically do is I wait for further confirmation before I engage a trade. I do not go in for the guesswork. I go in when I am much certain. Alright, hi Eugene. Alright, so I was wondering if this is the timing or is it because of the topic. Let me know what attracted you to be in this room today, and if you prefer the live session to be run every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Singapore time, or 4 hours later, which is 6 p.m. Evening time, close to this US session open. Right now I call it pre-London analysis. Alright, all good. Back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. My analysis on daily chart, very simple, just the sell zone, nothing fancy. Yes, pattern trader, there is a bullish shark at a much lower price. Take note of that. That's all I see for now. It's still too early to tell or do any drawing, that's why you don't see anything yet. Maybe I'll do it later. This will take weeks. Yeah. On the 4 hour chart, there is a bullish bad formation coming up at 107.02. This is the price I'm looking for buying opportunity. Like what I said, I'm looking to buy at 107.02. Doesn't mean you should sell all the way down unless you have a very good rule. Let me share with you something very interesting. Down to the 1 hour, this is why I have a very good rule. There is a crab pattern forming up. So when approaching crab, crab is my high alert list, meaning to say that I do not engage crab easily. Alright, I filter off a lot of patterns that crab set up for me. I don't engage because I see many of times it went past D then came back down. The second pattern is in my alert list is in shark, but I'm handling it quite well, and butterfly. Alright, so still taming these beasts. Shark, I'm quite good on that right now. So right now working with crab. Alright, so what happened? I already placed my pending order somewhere over here, 10887. Target 1, I'll just take the usual target. Alright, if you don't mind, which I believe you don't, try this position. So this is what I do everyday analysis to my subscriber. Alright, over here, as you can see, sell limit 108.85 is the price I'm looking to short. Stop loss 10965, target 108 flat. So 85 pips of profit, 65 pips of potential losses. Alright, so target 2 107.07, extend the target. So in this case, where do I extend to? I extend to the shark pattern completion over here. Alright, so do note that not all analysis I do that. It depends on the trend movement, it depends on my analysis, it depends on structure. Alright, yes, I do see some head and shoulder. There are a couple of pairs that have a head and shoulder. Yes, this is a head and shoulder formation. Yeah, very good setup, exactly, good spot. So Tyler, that just commented, attended our one-day lesson in Thailand, and right now he can spot things that I didn't spot. Well done. Over here is a head and shoulder formation. Potential, yes, very good spot. Or you might be drawing it this way, it's fine as well. Yeah, you'll be like that. Alright, check your data. Alright, so to engage for a head and shoulder formation, you know this is not how I trade it. Yeah, then the cost. So yes, if this is for you, stops have to go below the right shoulder. Alright, minimally with the buffer that I taught you, and you can write it all the way as the way I teach you how to draw your target. So this is a draft. Traders, if you are not trained by me, take note. So my approach over here will still be the same. Hedge run, wait for retest, short it all the way down, do the 4-hour chart. I'll see how it form up over here. Typically I'll just take the trade because this is a nice structure, I love it. So this is the structure retracement area. Alright, fall within it, within my PRZ. I'll wait for a buying opportunity. Target 1, the usual. Target 2, now that you mentioned, I may stretch all the way up. Alright, of course, when I stretch my target, I do respect my usual target 2. In this case, Tyler, you have not learned that, so you don't know where's my target 2. I'll just observe, but you are my subscriber, don't worry about it, I'll update over there. So when I observe at the usual target 2, if I see resistance and I'm not comfortable, I'll tell you I'll exit. It's really up to you if you're going to leave it all the way to the completion of the head and shoulder. Alright, but this will definitely take months, maybe January next year, unless something big happen. Yep, good spot, well done Tyler, proud of you. Alright, next pair. So Euro Yen, daily chart, market came down, went up. Having this W formation is give you a alert on harmonic. Down to 4-hour chart, a break close above the high. Have you spotted any patterns? 1 hour, anything at all? Back to daily. So 1 hour and 4 hour is definitely bullish. Yep, is bullish. Let me just double check on 4 hour, a bit tricky over here. Yep, it's bullish. Alright, so on the daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. Bad pattern, looking to short a much higher price, 122.46. So don't worry guys, if you have a bad run, so do I. You did absolutely nothing wrong unless you overtraded. There are still so many great setup going to happen, just wait it out. Alright, life of a trader. Down to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour chart, very sharp formation, shark after shark. First shark, second shark. I still leave the first one around, just for the fun of it, observing. I'm always learning. to observe if there's any changes, and sometimes I can derive something. So at least it doesn't mess up my chart and analysis. I'll just leave it there. If I find that there is still importance to it, I'll still leave it there. All right. So yes, this shark pattern I already exited because market has run a 60 pips. I didn't see it reverse or any chance of reversing. I pressed my stops to entry, and there might just have a third chance entry to short for a shark pattern. I'll update in my subscriber group later. Alright, so let's see how it goes. To the 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, pretty bullish movement. Another shark pattern formation over here. If you know it, it's good. If you don't, it's a bullish shark formation. Alright, so right now I'm still focusing on the bearish one. I'll plot it out later. Alright, just for the fun of it, it should look something like this. I have to check whether it's valid, yeah. Okay, X to A to B, BC, CD formation. Maybe somewhere here. Alright, this is draft. Alright, so of course, using and double check that. Remembers other rules as well, not just the basic, or rather all the rules are important, have to be met. Okay, so interesting. This will work for the 4 hours as well. Interesting. So having this movement, I know that market is slowly opening up. Shark opens up pattern most of the time. Yeah, let's see how this thing goes. Alright, so that's your yen. Wow, suddenly no questions? Really? Great. Next pair, pound yen bearish run. Bearish formation, weaker bearish run, is still bearish. On the daily chart, to the 4 hour chart, is a bullish formation already. Alright, potential support area. Down to the 1 hour, same. Back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. Yeah, my analysis of final shark formation over here, 12491, still too early. It's a good 1400 pips. Alright, movement down. Alright, so please do not go and short it all the way down, yeah. Right now, I would say that this pattern is highly possible it will be invalid, but I will just leave it there first. Alright, that's why I say I love to observe. Down to the 4 hour chart, I want to share with you a buy zone over here. As I've mentioned, I believe that this market should able to go higher. 1 hour chart, this is what I have. Okay, I am both in a sell zone on a much higher time frame. Let's have a look. Yep, daily chart, and 1 hour chart is a buy zone. So for this, what I'll do is I'll just hide this and focus on this. Alright, so if you have any rules of engagement, like a double top, although I don't use it, I need a double top, form up a retracement, then I engage in such bullish run trade. Alright, to go in for a short. Alright, so apart from that, I'll just wait it out. Either it came back into this buy zone over here, which coincide on both 4 hour and 1 hour, which means a very important level. I'll wait for a buying opportunity, or maybe even on a 1 hour chart, you will form up a smaller harmonic pattern that close within this blue box, the buy zone. If the market somehow went all the way down, then I'll look for a buying opportunity at the shark formation. Okay, so if you're like me, strict in trading, but at the same time you want to get in action, you want to have some trade, like average 1 or 2 trades a day, the pairs you're looking at maybe is about 10 to 12 pairs, 3 time frame, but you just need to have very strict filter rules. If not, you will be just going in just for the fun of it. Okay, New Zealand yen daily chart, bearish movement. Market go into slight consolidation over here. Down to the 4 hour chart. On the 4 hour chart, market break and close below the low price, and break and close above the high. right now is a weaker bearish move. If you are spotted on the 4-hour chart, you should able to identify some harmonic pattern. At least there are two very obvious ones. If you can't identify it, oh my god, you need more practice. If you have not taught by us, and if you're interested, drop me a message. If not, yeah, we see how things goes here. Alright, so 1-hour chart, bullish run. It's still a bullish run, take note of that. Back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. Bearish bad pattern, completing at 72.54 to the 4-hour. 4-hour chart, interestingly, there is two setup. The first setup is a bearish shark pattern, completing at 69.38, and an equidistant move, AB equals CD movement, completing somewhere over here, 69.59. Alright, so yes, I can combine these two analyses and would say that this can be my sell zone. Anyway, by that, the X price is not violated, so to me it's pretty fine. I can see how to engage at a much higher price, so it's okay.
I didn't understand.
Yeah, my phone talked to me again. Yep. So so over here, yeah, I'm waiting for a selling opportunity. I'll observe closely. Alright, but in this case, I can push a later entry price for sure. To the 1-hour chart, the two pattern I'm talking about, take note, is a different shark. I have a shark pattern on the 1-hour chart. If market fly up, I can short. If market came down, I have a bullish godly pattern forming up at a much lower price. So now you understand. Why I can post things so fast, because I always will do this. I will always plot the chart before it, and only when the market go closer, then I'll be sharing my entry, stops, and target. Because if not, I'll have a lot of trading ideas and I tell you no entry, no entry, no entry, no entry, and what's the fun of it, right? Yep. Okay, wonderful. Hi. Yep. So these are a couple of setups. So Aaron, now you know why I'm late for today's meeting. Yeah. So many setups. That's good. Alright. So traders who have not get on to it, and especially a harmonic pattern traders, you're in luck, because I have my stats. I pretty much believe the next 2 weeks I'll have more winners than losers, that's for sure. But that doesn't mean that you should increase your risk here, because if Murphy's is in the room, that's when I was saying that things go south. You don't burn your account. Alright, on the daily chart, New Zealand dollar, bearish run, still very bearish movement. 4-hour chart, head and shoulder formation. Tyler, your favorite. I'm really interested, how can you go live today? I thought you're working. Alright, so 4-hour chart, there is a head and shoulder formation over here. Okay, so if you are looking for aggressive buy, you have the opportunity now. Not for me yet. 1-hour chart, let's see. 1-hour chart also a head and shoulder formation, but not the kind that fulfills my requirement, if you still remember. If not, ask in the group chat. Let me share with you my analysis. Bearish shark formation, completely much higher price, 0.6786 for a selling opportunity down to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, there is a bearish shark that on a much lower price, entry price at 0.6432. Alright, sideways increased volatility. This is a warning sign for me not to engage a trade. Alright, so when sideways consolidation turn into a sideways increased volatility, it happens here. So I just delete away this. To me, this bearish trend line still stands for my reference. Alright, so and of course I'll just leave this increased volatility here. Alright, sticking to the previous analysis, just extend it a bit. Down to the 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, you see as market have sideways increased volatility, not always, but it's possible that it will start to form things like a shark pattern. the only pattern that I trade for increased volatility. Alright, if you're wondering what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to look for a buying opportunity. Yep. Okay. For this. Alright. Okay. Potential crab pattern formation completing a much lower price. If we break out of this trend line, then I'll draw that analysis. What else? Let's see. Yep, already got the shark. Nothing much. Unless you are looking for a much bigger pattern, a bearish pattern over here, you might just get a godly or bet over here. X point over here, A point over here, and this is B, godly. Just on the dot. Alright, so it will look, oh my god, this is so difficult for most of you. X to A, because the chart is going to get a bit messy. So, godly. Yeah. But guess what? I'm not trading godly. Why? Can anyone of you tell me why? Secretly watching me. I tell you, the joke is a lot of people are secretly watching me. I just found out yesterday. Yep. Right? Okay, so can anyone of you tell me why? Why I won't be trading godly? You know, in trading, structure is the key. Structure is the foundation of everything. That's why it's important even for a trader like myself, trading for like 15 years. I will still do this. I will still hide the chart, do my analysis, then I will put into my strategies. Alright, because strategies are like tools in the toolbox. So remember, sideways increased volatility. The only pattern that fit in for sideways increased volatility is shark, not godly. Alright, so as you can see, there is 2 entry price as well. In most traders, they will love to take the pattern that complete first. So if I draw a godly over here, this is just a draft. Yeah, there are, you know how many rules there are for harmonic pattern. All right, so it will complete definitely before the shark pattern. Most traders will take a pattern that completes earlier. Of course, when it's near the godly region, I will take a look if there is a magic candle confirmation reversal. By this reason, that don't have, then I'll wait for a deeper completion. Alright, it's still a godly, but I'll enter as A. It's still a valid godly when it go deeper without breaking X, that's for sure. But I will enter as shark because it's a sideways increased volatility, as simple as that. Alright, H1. Okay, later I'll inform my pro trader on this time frame. Let me just do a quick screenshot, if not I'll forget to test him. Let me just do this. Alright, so for those who didn't know, I do have a pro trader course that I train them to be really good professional traders in within a year. Alright, so 2 paths: either they want to be a trader focusing on trading and doing analysis report, or they want to teach, having their own brand. Alright, so for those who are interested, you really have to talk to me by end of December, because I'm making some price adjustment towards the upside for the pro trader course. Alright, I know I'm selling too cheap for that course. Alright, most importantly is the value that I bring in, not the fee that I charge. Alright, on the daily chart, Australian dollar on the daily chart, market came down, went up, slide down again, and have a bit of consolidation over here. So down to the 4 hour. 4-hour chart, you can see it has created new high over here, but is not enough to call it a bullish run unless a break and close above the high, because the previous X is over here. Market came down, went up, never broke the X, came down, break it one time, retraces, never broke the previous support, have to break the high price again to call it a bullish run. Right now it's still bearish, just a weaker bear. Down to the 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, have you spotted some pattern? Be very careful with this. Back to the daily chart. Let me share with you my analysis. You see the descending triangle over here. I told you the structure is a key. At that time, sadly I can't short it because the RSI wasn't overbought, and this is my important filter. Yeah, so I miss about 50 to 60 pips, which is fine. You just have to have fixed rule. You cannot say that today I feel great, I have to short it. A reason I didn't short it, the other reason is because on the 4-hour chart it did break and close above the high. Yes, such analysis shouldn't be mixed, but most importantly the RSI on the daily chart was not overbought. So even I enter, it will be, I would expect a much lower move than this. Alright, this is considered fast because market did not break and close above, or rather the RSI never go above 80. Alright, so I'm waiting for a bearish bed formation, selling opportunity much higher price. 68.68 is the price I'm looking at. Such a nice number, right? No. So let me just do a quick check over here. Yes, there is a potential what you call a shark pattern, but just not to confuse you because this will be a expansion pattern. To the 1-hour chart, this is what I have right now. To some of you, if your data turned out to be a godly, you might have already engaged a trade. For those who are like me, after checking and following your rules, it's a bad pattern. You just have to wait. If you miss a trade, it's fine. It's a counter trend trade, so I'm very picky on counter trend trading opportunity. Right now, it's within the buy zone, which is fine. If not, I might not even bother to engage this trade. So pending order has been set. I just wait for the trade to run. Alright, to the next pair. Australia, Canada. On the daily chart, bearish movement, well supported, market break and close below, went back up. So for this kind of formation, you see, let us move to slightly higher chart, weekly maybe. So when you go to weekly chart, it's a total different story. Yeah, on the daily chart, you see that the market did break and close below the low price. If on the weekly chart it does, good news. If it doesn't, then to me it's nothing. I'll just release as a spike. If not, I will have whole lot of plans that plan for a downwards trading opportunity. So right now I'll just take it easy for now. On the 4-hour chart, nothing much if you're looking for buying opportunity, but if you're looking for selling opportunity, there is. Down to the 1-hour chart, I think nothing much over here. I don't think it validates. Oh, sorry, it does. I take it back. Yep, so I actually drafted this before I leave for my morning meeting today. So yes, it's shark pattern. It's a draft, so please do not follow to the T. I'll share it to the group once it crosses B price and you get nearer. If not, it doesn't matter. Alright, so back to daily chart. Let me share with you my analysis. The only shark pattern formation on daily chart, 0.9333. Looking for selling opportunity. Down to 4-hour. 4-hour, there is a godly formation. Looks a bit weird. It looks like it's waving to you like a starfish. Maybe I'll just name it a starfish formation. Alright, so jokes aside, godly formation over here. Likewise, this is also a draft. I have to wait for market to go higher to double check everything else, but it should somewhere around this region. Alright, down to the 1-hour chart. So on the 1-hour chart, there is a shark formation. In short, there's nothing much for you to do right now for Australia CAD, but certainly at a much higher price, about 100 pips away for 1-hour chart. They're about 9080. 9030. Okay, so it's a good 50 pips away. So I treat these two analysis differently. Alright, so some of you might have questioned, hey Rayn, why will you, let's say, have a bear shark on a 1 hour and a bearish godly on a 4 hour? What we do? Very simple. For shark, I'll wait for confirmation on the price completion, then I'll enter a trade over here. And of course at target 1 I'll be very careful because it's a potential reversal area, that's why that's a target. If it reverses, then maybe I can hit the second target all the way to the bearish godly. So it gives me even more work to think about when have situation like this. Alright, last 3 pairs and we are good to call it a day. Dollar Canada, bearish movement, went up, became choppy, still within sell zone, market came down, went back into this zone again, down to the 4 hour chart. 4 hour chart, pretty bearish right now. Yep, pretty bearish right now. And on the 1 hour, bearish movement. Back to daily chart and let me share with you my analysis. Inverted head and shoulder, not your typical head and shoulder. Valid for me. I'm waiting for a buying opportunity, sideways consolidation, the first break on the upside. The rules I created, if it gives the first break on the upside, I'll just focus on buying. Alright, down to the 4 hour chart. So right now I'm looking for buying. 4 hour chart, a shark pattern completion at 3120. So guys, you just really have to be patient. You have this what you call a rough month to start. Is pretty fine because as you can see, when this trade form up, you will have very profitable run. But with that said, please do not over trade it. Trade it as per normal. Every trade should be treated equally and not increase your contract size. Alright, 1 hour chart. Okay, so as Tyler said, he's still learning. So when market create new low, this area a retracement, this is the sell zone I was looking at. Then the market create a new low, but it doesn't, over here it didn't break and close below the low, so this became the sell zone. It's always the retracement leg I'm looking at. So plotting buy zone and sell zone looks like the simplest compared to harmonic pattern, but from experience I can tell you that it is not. Alright, so plotting buy zone and sell zone is actually tougher than learning how to draw a harmonic pattern. A harmonic pattern you just need practice, but able to see zone, you need even much more practice to identify where's the retracement leg. And of course your rules of breaking new high and new low have to be precise. To me, 2 break forms a new direction. So over here, alright, market has a very bullish run, so it has run for quite some time. I just ignore that. But over here, the support price over here well supported. Market break and close below the low price once, retraces and break the low price again. So unless it retraces and break a new price low, this will be my sell zone. Now of course, by having this formation, you have to know how to draw your harmonic pattern. Alright, by having this leg over here, if the market continue to move this way, what pattern do we have? So please do not do this shortcut, as I am firstly saving time, second protecting my content. If I draw the rules here, what's the point of learning, correct? But the point of learning is to get a good coach, but a lot of people don't see that. Then they will say that, oh, I saw this online, I've learned from you. Yeah, but like when, you know? So this can be a bad pattern. So Tyler and Toy, you can just go and practice on this. Dollar cat 1 hour chart, there is this bearish pattern, so you can check if it's valid for you. Alright, so I do a right click, add alert. Thanks for your question. Just keep it coming, because sometimes when you ask certain things, I might just show the next pattern in advance before it form up, and this is trend continuation. All right, over here. Okay. So if market retraces, I'll short it down and might have an extended target for that. If not, no worries, no qualms. If the market kept down to 3120, I'll buy it all the way up for this inverted head and shoulder. So you just have to know what you're going to do first and next if you're doing a combined analysis. This is something that I invented. I believe that there might be some traders out there are doing something similar, but not quite sure if they are using the same rules, the same strategies and stuff like that. Okay, hope it helps. Hit the share button if you find that this is helpful. Hit the like button, give us good comments and stuff like that. It fuel us, it really give us lots of fuel of happiness, so we can get this going for the next 10 years, educating more people. Alright, great. Last two pairs, Canada yen, hot topic of discussion last night. Market movement, it's not discussion on the news, it's discussion within the traders community, analyst to analyst. Alright, so on the daily chart, bearish movement is a bearish run. Alright, market came down, break and close below the low one time, two time, went back up, broke the X, created first high, then came back down, broke a new low. So this whole zone over here become a sell zone, correct? But it's too big as a zone, so as traders we have to know how to identify it. So the advanced step, the step 2, I'll look into consolidation area. I know that overall trend is bearish, but this is a consolidation area for me to look for a selling opportunity as a structured trader. Within this chart, there's a lot of harmonic pattern, just to let you know. When consolidation breeds harmonic pattern, just remember that. Alright, a lot of times people say, hey, consolidation, there's nothing I can do. After 15 years of trading, I can say that is because you do not have the strategy and knowledge to trade consolidation pattern. Alright, and these are traders that only have expansion pattern. Don't get me wrong, that's fine. You can just focus on consolidation. Okay, it's just that I mean expansion. It's just that when consolidation pattern happen, you just have to miss it or not to engage it. Take note of that. Okay, all good. Okay, so let me share with you the 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart very bullish unless you are an expansion trader. There's no setup for you. Back to daily chart. Wow, I have a bullish godly pattern over here forming at 7842. I have a sell zone happening right now. If you are a structured trader, just focus on this. Wait for magic candle confirmation and reversal. You can even bring this sell zone to the 4 hour chart and wait for it to form up. Alright, I even noted daily time frame sell zone. Alright, so for a shorting opportunity, you can get some small profits out of this. 1 hour chart. Okay, back to daily chart over here. Butterfly pattern completing 84.58. Shark pattern much higher price. So yes, these are my play zone from here to here. So let's see which level it stops, and I'll wait for confirmation to engage a trade. Look left, you see shark and butterfly, you might see that is leading nowhere. Correct? That's when the basics is important. Plot the horizontal line across. You see? Turning points. Turning points, a bit of choppiness near the turning point. So what does it tell me? Turning points, a choppiness over here, turning points over here. So what does it tell me? That is a great resistance area. It's just that when market approach this level, it can go a bit choppy, not comfortable, can choose not to engage. Look at shark pattern over here, complete a D price, draw a horizontal line, and let's see. Much pretty, you see? Nicely touch and go. Of course, we have a bit of choppiness, but I think it's fine. So if it's not happening this month, it will happen July, November. If not, it's December. Alright? So no worry, guys. Good. Alright, and of course, like you, I wish that this is a very profitable month, and let's see how the market turn out. Okay, all good. Last pair, yay. Pound Australia, my favorite. To the daily chart, market has a bull run. Take note, a break and close above the high. First warning sign for people who engage for a shorting opportunity. Up to the weekly chart, let's have a look. Weekly chart have not closed yet. So reason why I was so confident for a short, two things. I don't believe they will get a deal on Brexit. I was wrong. Although they have not signed, so I'm not entirely wrong yet. But weekly chart is at a historical high. Even the market is going higher, I believe a certain degree of retracement is possible. Alright, so let's see how this thing goes. Down to the 4-hour chart, it just went stall. I think the market will move. Perhaps when London session open or US session open later. Okay, so I do see a potential high activity. Two ways it can go, either high or low. Sounds a bit nonsense, but because this is a very important decision point. Down to the 1 hour. What I love to see is a RSI divergence, but of course we do know that right now is the inactive time for both pound and Australia. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, so for RSI, I only traded on overbought and oversold. In the midst of movement, yes, I don't know what does it meant, but I don't trade like within that movement. Back to daily chart, let me share with you my analysis. Bad pattern. Alright, a bad pattern formation from over here. For traders who look for confirmation, good for you. Your trade is not in. I set a pending order, my trade is in. Right now, having a bit of floating losses, which is fine. I've explained to you earlier on. There are so much more potential trade coming up. Down to the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart have a break and close above the high price, above the resistance. So while I'm observing as a bearish trader, I wait for a break and close below the resistance line, and wait it out. Alright, and of course, the buy zone has changed to this level. So yes, I can intervene and exit if I want when the market hit up this level. But at this moment, nothing yet. I have set an alert back to entry. So when market approach this price on a lower time frame, I will decide if I'm going to intervene the trade or not. Most cases, I don't. Alright, down to the 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, it get a bit messy because of the daily chart. Let me just hide this. Down to the 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart, same thing, the same buy zone. So for traders who are looking for a buying opportunity, you may want to wait for a harmonic pattern setup, maybe a bad pattern, complete much lower price. And of course, if that setup happens, I will definitely exit this what you call a bearish bad formation. But I'll observe if I will engage for a buying opportunity. Alright, so that's all I have for you today, guys. So if you are looking to learn how to do your own analysis, please do not wait further. We have been doing this like for since 2011. It's about 8 years in Singapore, but before that we are teaching in China. So we have a workshop on 22nd of October. Don't miss it anymore because there might be some changes in how we do things over here. We will have more B2B engagement and stuff like that. So don't wait until then you make private arrangement. It'll be much tougher to make any forms of arrangement once we are going more into B2B arrangement. Alright, B2B meaning say that we are invited by brokers and trade fairs to give talks and stuff like that. Yeah, along those lines. Alright, so that's all I have for you today. Till then, remember always plan your trade and trade your plan, and I'll see you very soon. Don't get disheartened when you have a bad run. Just focus, trade the same way it is. It will come back up again. Alright, it's a normal process of traders. If you are thinking of every month having like profits run like every month, then let's get realistic on that. But if you're thinking of whether this can be a business for you, whether you can do this full time, the short answer to it is yes, you can. Just you have to manage yourself. It's the only industry that you need to do is to manage yourself, and there's no need to manage any client expectation. That's all I have for you today. You guys have been a fantastic, wonderful crowd. Till then, once again, remember always plan your trade, enter your plan, and I'll see you soon in the next workshop, the 22nd October. Register now, invite your friends as soon as possible. Things are going to change over here. Take care guys, see you.